we're recording. Welcome to the Aspen Comics San Diego Comic Con Virtual 2020 panel. That's what this is, right? This is our virtual panel that we're recording 5 weeks in advance for everybody. Hope all of our fans, friends, customers, everybody out there is doing fantastic. Hope you're all doing great, because right now you're probably cruising through all of the Comic-Con stuff and checking out all the great things. And I'm sure a lot of stuff we're going to tell you about here in this panel will probably already press release in a couple weeks anyway, so you'll probably already know about it. But we should have a lot of fun today. Should be a lot of fun stories, a lot of great stuff hanging out with everybody. So let's do some formal introductions. On my left is Vince Hernandez.
Wait, you got to do your intro first.
Oh, okay. Well, I am Frank Mastromauro, co-owner of Aspen Comics.
Our official intro.
The official intro. And we are Aspen Comics. Welcome to our panel.
We are officially Aspen Comics.
I thought I just did that. That was the whole intro.
I think we nailed the intro.
You have to
we're
count
good.
to 3 and say a word.
So you're up, Vince. Introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Vince Hernandez, Vice President, Editor-in-Chief of Aspen Comics, and writer of Fathom. Sorry, it sounded like a big motorcycle just drove right by.
That's what it was, a motorcycle.
Than in-person panels, because it's fun. Yeah, I'm excited to be here, guys. I'm hoping to everyone is here in the room and checking out what we have in store for 2020 and beyond. So, yeah, let's get on with it.
To my right, probably your left. I don't even know the way this
I think
screen
the screens are all jumbled, so we should just say.
Okay. Mark Roslan, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Mark Roslan, Vice President and Director of Design and Production here at Aspen Comics. Thanks for joining us. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about.
Next would be Gabe Carrasco.
Hello, everybody. Gabe Carrasco, Managing Editor here at Aspen. Excited to be here with everybody. Looking forward to all the announcements and such.
And then Jordan Gunderson.
Hey everybody, Jordan Gunderson, artist at Aspen Comics. Looking forward to this panel. This is quite different than what we normally do, but I'm game for whatever.
Alex Konat.
Hi, Alex Konat, another artist for Aspen Comics. Happy to be here.
Peter Steigerwald with this new haircut.
So do Sia first, I'll do last.
You'll do last? Okay.
Yeah.
See ya.
Artist, writer, Lola. Yeah, still.
JT Krul.
Hey everybody, welcome to the panel. Thanks for coming. Writer Soulfire and a bunch of other stuff. Weird times indeed, but we're all happy to be here as close together as we can possibly be given the circumstances. So hope you guys enjoy the panel.
And
Wait, times for you are weird?
Who?
This is like normal. I don't go outside. I stay inside and I work and I don't look at anybody. I watch old TV shows and try to sleep. I don't see what's any different for all of you guys. My name is Peter Steigerwald. I am the co-owner with Frank Mastromauro, writer, creator, illustrator of Zoo Hunters, color of a bunch of things. And what Frank forgot to do in the beginning was our normal standard intro.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have to do it now after everything else, and hopefully it doesn't bring this year any bad luck. I'm going to need Gabe, Mark, and Jordan to count to 1, 2, 3. Mark, you get 1. Gabe, you get 2. Jordan, you get 3. For all of you who've not been to our panel before, because hopefully this is attracting a bunch of new people who are curious about Aspen and haven't been able to make our panels because of scheduling, but now since it's virtual, can devote the time and watch us anytime they want. What we do at the beginning of all of our panels is shout the word aloha, get our fans and our crowd energized. Well, you can do this at home. The reason why we say aloha is, well, a lot of the ideas for Aspen came up, and for Fathom came up out of being from Hawaii. I am from Hawaii. And aloha is a word that means hello, goodbye, and love. And it's the love that we have for all of you guys as fans, and hopefully the love that you guys all have for us. So right now we're going to say it as a hello, and at the end we'll do it again and say it as a goodbye. So if I can get a nice 1, 2, 3 count from our 3 boys in the middle. Sorry, sure. Men.
All right, 1,
2,
3.
Aloha.
I was too
That
fast.
was beautifully synchronized.
Ha!
Thousands of miles in multiple locations.
I wonder how many of our fans are going to do that at home while they're watching.
I know
Everyone.
Yelling
Everyone.
aloha at their computer.
Yes.
and are unashamedly laughing at themselves right now for having done it.
We should have, if everybody sends in their aloha video of yelling aloha, we'll send them something special.
There you go. We should
Email them something special, not mail. But because we do have something special for anybody checking out our panel, because whenever people do come spend time with us at Comic-Con, we know there's so much stuff there to see and everything. But as everybody has mentioned, this is definitely different for us. We do not have anything physical to give you for hanging out with us at our panel, but we will be able to email you something very cool. So I will find out whether you email us directly or whether you drop your email onto this video. We'll find out, and we'll definitely get something really cool for hanging out with us during our panel time. So
to your house, making sure that he's COVID free. All right,
let's get going. Yeah. So Mark's all getting cleaned up.
Is hand sanitizing at home because I made a comment about the virus?
Can't be Tuesday.
It can't be Tuesday.
This has definitely been a unique, crazy, wild year, right? For everybody in every facet of life. Everything going on in our world has affected everyone somehow, some way. And for us, it's been no different. Comics has definitely taken a humongous hit where our publishing was stopped for a long time, still partially is. Distribution was stopped for a while. And Aspen, you know, we've always rolled with the punches. We haven't been around 17 years because we don't know how to adapt and we don't know how to change. We definitely can roll with the best of them. So for us, we use this time as a pivot. We are definitely innovating, definitely bringing out some new things, definitely still making comics. We have a lot of great stuff on the way for you, which we will talk about today for a little bit. One of those, because a lot of people have been asking us when our comics are going to be coming back. We actually haven't even put out a comic since February. It's been insane for us because we're not used to that. We've been working on a whole bunch of different projects, a whole bunch of different things that we didn't have time to before. Innovating, like I said, making new things that we've never had a chance to do. But on the comic front, thankfully, something that is making its return now, when you watch this video, it should be out or just about coming out, will be the final issue of Lola Volume 3, issue number 6. Sia, you want to give everybody the lowdown on that? How have you been and how's everything going with that?
Well, like I said, I wrote the story ages ago. And then, you know, you make stuff up and then you kind of put stuff together. And then when the last issue, when I wrote it, I know you guys saw a lot of it. I had to rewrite a bunch of it because I'm like, oh, it looks like I copied a lot of stuff that's happening right now. Maybe I should just, it seems unoriginal. And so I had to go in there and change a few things, actually quite a few things. And I already sent you guys a script. So I think hopefully it's a surprise. And I feel like, you know, a lot of things have happened this year and I wanted something that I could take away from and other people can that would be kind of inspiring in a way, you know? So that's as much as I'm going to say. And I did get to revamp some of the art and I want to go in there and add a lot of detail into it. And because I already finished drawing it and I literally was like kind of depressed when all this happened. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to finish it now. Maybe at the very least I could just, even if I have to print it out on a printer, just get it done and have it out there somehow or digital or whatever it may be. But, you know, things are working out for everybody right now. So I'm happy that as a team, we managed to just kind of stick through it all. I mean, if any company knows how to just like, just keep going with the punches, you know, I think it'd definitely be Aspen. So I'm really happy to be able to finish it. And it just so happened I was in Yellowstone yesterday, which you guys know in volume 3, that's most of the story was in Yellowstone. So that was really emotional, just being able to see, well, stuff that I wrote in the story and, you know, things that I didn't get to see in real life. So that was kind of cool. Trying not to get too emotional right now, but yeah.
Okay, I hear you. And speaking of emotions, this is the final issue of your 3 volume arc. How do you feel about that? Like telling the.
I mean, I think when I send you guys the files, that might be it for me, man. I'm just gonna start crying because it's been a long journey, right? And it just so happens, everything happens the way it did. It's almost like full circle, and I end up here. Not really planning to, but you know, it just so happened. It's just perfect timing, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're really happy that we were the ones who were able to put out Lola all these years. I know the fans have loved it. I know it's been a crazy ride for you. You've drawn some of the pages while you're taking trips and in tents and all over the place. It's been wild, and I know so many fans, you know, worldwide really appreciate it and are looking forward to it, and I'm sure are going to be looking forward to what's next for you, which will be a discussion for another time. But right now, finishing up Lola is, you know, the main thing, getting that out. Like I said, this particular panel will be shown during Comic-Con, which means at this point in time, we'll already have Lola 6 images and information announced and press released to everybody out there. So for all of you watching this, you should already have the information, and we have a really super cool Lola San Diego exclusive for you that we don't even know what it looks like as of this second, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I promise. It's going to be amazing.
So everybody watching, make sure to cruise by our virtual booth and check it out, because we have that and a bunch of other really cool stuff for you. So really excited that Lola is our first book to be released coming out of this publishing shutdown. The rest of the year will still be a little sparse for us because we did have a couple huge projects that were planned with the return of Fathom earlier this year. We were supposed to have had the newest volume, and also a project that Jordan was working on called Soulfire Exiled, which was a really cool story that JT was putting together that basically focused on Grace and gave a lot of information and back history with her and focused on her relationship with the magic and everything. And those two stories, they are not canceled. They are just postponed. They will be coming out at some time in the future. However, before then, we do have a couple other projects that I think we're going to be getting out to everybody while we do get all of that figured out. The one thing we can announce right now, which I think would be cool to tell everybody. Oh, see ya. Oh, really fast. I messed up. I forgot Mark had sent me the graphics to show. Oh, my bad.
Oh, is that what your thing was? I thought you had like a bear behind you. You're in Yellowstone.
No, I know. I messed
well,
up.
I have to go.
There's a moose coming in my window.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I messed up running our virtual Comic-Con, but I had a little Lola graphic that Mark sent me for the Epic Conclusion CSO. Sorry about that. That was my bad.
It's okay. Well, thank you guys for everything, and I'll talk to you very soon.
Good luck with everything, and we'll talk soon, okay?
All right, man. I'll see you guys later.
Bye, see ya. Bye, see ya.
Bye.
Bye, see ya.
Bye, buddy.
Buddy. Wow, Mark got a buddy. You remember
She
your
doesn't
name.
know his name. She doesn't know
Buddy.
his name.
It's making up for not thinking anything.
Bye,
of these
guy.
things.
Hey, fella.
It's Comic-Con. Nobody remembers your name. She meets thousands of people. Don't take it personally, man.
We wore our lanyards. So we can...
Yeah, your name badge wasn't out. She couldn't see what your name was.
Everybody thought my name was non-transferable because the badge was turned around the other way.
Always turn.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was a
Bad joke.
That's how lame that joke was.
But as everyone can see behind us, we did just finish up a Kickstarter project, which is what we were working on during the shutdown for a while, which we called Michael Turner Creations. Very, very cool project that collected together Fathom Volume 1, Soulfire Volume 1, and Michael's small Ecos preview. We included a lot of cool extra stuff in there, and that was a Kickstarter that we had running while all the publishing was shut down. In the meantime, while we're getting ready to build up all of our 2021 projects for distribution, we will be launching a Fathom Kickstarter in September. Really excited. It is going to be a one-shot special that might lead into a couple cool other things. All of us have been having quite a few meetings about it. That Vince Hernandez is going to spearhead, and we're pretty stoked. It's going to be pretty awesome because we're going to be trying a few different things with it and doing some really fun stuff with the story, right, Vince?
Yeah, I mean, you guys told me make it as fun as possible, so I, went to the drawing board. And the fun thing about Kickstarter is it kind of allows us to really look at these other avenues of distribution, but also like, how can we tell the story in a more fun, exciting way versus just, we've done 9 volumes of Fathom, and that's great, and I love those. But, Kickstarter kind of allows us to kind of not reset, but look at what we want to do in terms of our library of titles and just try new fun things. So this is kind of our version of that. And like Frank had mentioned, we are going wild with this one shot of Fathom. He's not lying. It basically kicks off. I don't know how much I can reveal because at this point there will be a Fathom,
but it's not out yet. So
okay,
so no spoilers because it still wouldn't be out yet. It'll be something that people will get after. So for all of you out there watching during Virtual Comic-Con, we will have some really cool items for you, as I mentioned, at our Aspen booth, at our Aspen virtual booth. And one of those items is a Fathom preview, which will include some very cool preview pages of this new project, and also set the stage for a few things to come. So that will be out to everybody probably by end of July, early August. Depends on how fast our store gets to fulfill everything. So
I have a question though.
What's up?
No, finish what you're saying, but I have a question when you're done.
Sure, but yeah, so it'll be an actual preview comic that, similar if you were at Comic-Con visiting us in person, we would have given it to you in person. Instead, you'll get it through Virtual Comic-Con, through all the orders that are placed through Virtual Comic-Con. So yeah, so even though we are recording this 5 weeks ahead of time, as I mentioned, no spoilers because this still won't be out yet, and we're still finalizing the story for this. As I said, this will be something separate because we want it to exist separately. As I mentioned, all the stories we had planned for the next volumes of Fathom, for the next volumes of Soulfire, all the other books, we still have a lot of that working and everything, but adjusting and, as I said, pivoting with our company and going more direct to consumer while also still utilizing our diamond fulfillment method that we've used for the past 17 years. Aspen is in a very unique opportunity in order to capitalize on both of those, and we are certainly going to. We want to make sure we are able to deliver to our fans the best, what you'd expect from us, and this is our way to do it. So we're really, really excited, and we have a lot of cool, great stuff on the way. So go ahead, Peter.
No, you covered it. You're fine.
Oh, I covered it? Cool. Okay. So really excited about that. Another thing which we had just recently started was, and bear with me here a second till I get all this going.
Vince, were you going to make the book fun if you and Frank hadn't had a meeting about making the book fun?
It's funny because when you do the outlines, that's like the one note you get the most of, like, is this going to be fun? Or I'm going to start writing at the top of the outline. This is planned to be fun. But yeah, that's the plan. I mean, that's what you want to hear as a writer whenever you start a project, is make it as fun as possible. So that was really refreshing to have the whole guys tell me to do something a little bit, I don't know, just something that would push the envelope more, and I think with Fathom, that's always been the core concept of what Mike was always trying to do, was like push the envelope in the story and make it something that felt fresh. And when you go back to like 1998, and I hear a lot of fans say that when they first picked up an issue of Fathom, it was like nothing else they had read on the stands or seen with the art and the way the colors look. So we really wanted to kind of recapture that with this new project. And hopefully 5 weeks from now, when you guys are seeing this, there'll be a little more information, a little more of what we have planned. I know it's pretty broad right now in terms of what we're telling you, but it's cool. It definitely plays into everything we've built up to this point with a lot of our books, not just Fathom. So if you're a fan of the Aspen universe as like a whole, this is really something that I think you guys are going to get excited for.
Yeah, for sure. And it definitely has been difficult because for us, through everything that's occurred with not being able to put out our books as we had planned for this year, our entire 2020 schedule was basically blown up. And at that point, we said, okay, if our schedule is going to be blown up, instead of just getting right back to the status quo, let's try to adjust and change things, hopefully for the better in every aspect of our distribution, of our direct to consumer, and getting things out for the fans the way we want to do that. So that includes all these people here and a bunch of other people, because though it seems very sparse at the moment, we have a lot of projects in the works that as we progress through 2020 and navigate this crazy world of everything that's going on right now, as 2021 kicks off, you'll start to see more and more starts come into play from Aspen. So we're excited, because even though this seems like a downtime for us, we're using the time wisely and efficiently, and we're getting a lot of stuff completed, a lot of stuff done, and we're looking forward to expanding in the future in all different ways that we haven't been able to. So it's exciting. We're really excited. I've had lots of talks with JT about it. I've tried to keep Alex and Jordan up to date. It's a little difficult. I know those guys are waiting with bated breath as we get going with a lot of things. But in the meantime, everybody out there, rest assured, Aspen isn't going anywhere. We have a lot of great stuff on the way. What we've been doing, which is pretty cool, is our Aspen Spotlight series. If you guys have been joining us, if you have not, every Thursday we run a spotlight on a particular Aspen series or a particular event. Right around this time, I'm sure hopefully you got to check out our Aspen Spotlight, which was on Comic-Con, which is, even though it hasn't happened yet, my plan is to discuss a lot of the different projects, a lot of the really cool events, different things that we did over the years at Comic-Con. Like I said, this would have been our 17th in a row for Aspen, just setting up at Comic-Con, and so it feels surreal not being there with all of you. But hopefully with the Spotlight series, you'll be able to keep in touch with us.
It'll be the 17th in a row. We're just not doing one this year, so.
Yeah, I know. So I don't think it means we're missing it because they're not doing it, but it still definitely is surreal not being to conventions.
It's an event that doesn't exist, so your screen went out behind you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but hopefully it didn't mess up our recording.
Probably your connection.
We're still good, so that's okay. I don't need the screen because we're still recording. So yeah, I was gonna ask Jordan, Alex, how do you guys feel not traveling around this year, going to conventions?
It's a little weird. I think, a lot of the things that happen as an artist, you're kind of isolated, and your only feedback is from people who are looking at your stuff, and like a lot of that comes from going to conventions, and you get to like actually hear firsthand from people about what you're doing and what you're working on. So that's been a little difficult not having that just in the normal thing, because I've been isolating and not doing much. So it's been challenging, but I'm sure that 2021 will hopefully have some that we'll able to do and get back to it.
Well, you've had a lot of excitement yourself, though, the last couple months, right? On the whole front.
That is true. This was my last Father's Day without having an actual child. So next Father's Day, I will be with a child. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations, you're going to be joining the club.
Thanks.
Wait,
Congrats.
so did you do that just to get the card?
Some random kid.
No, not a random kid. It's
That's
mine.
what I'm saying. It's your child, not just like, this is my last Father's Day without a child. I'm just going to go.
Well, I was going to kidnap this one kid, but.
This is your own child that you're,
We're still
that fell
recording.
through.
We're still recording. You're going to borrow.
Jordan's setting up a daycare. He's gotten so bored without contact and feedback on his artwork. He's setting up a daycare.
That's right.
His artwork.
The little kids are pretty nice.
Having them all critique your art.
Yeah,
they love it.
How's this look? Does this look good? I need some feedback.
Big red handprints all over the place. Finger painting with Jordan.
Alex, how have you been holding up?
I've been doing well. Like, honestly, it's kind of a running joke whenever people ask, because my life really hasn't changed much, generally speaking. Like, I stay at home most of the time anyways, so like, one of those things. But it is a little weird after a couple months of not seeing anybody, really, that it kind of starts to hit you. It's like, this isn't normal anymore. But once, I don't know, travel starts back up, that's going to be weird too, because I'm sure it'll be different than you're used to. And after doing it for like 12 years, following the same path. There's gonna be new things now, and figure those all out and see how it goes. But
Yeah. And I know, JT, you and I have obviously had talks after talks after talks, and there's some really cool plans in the works, but what else do you think will be falling out of all this stuff?
I don't know. You know, it's great seeing everybody on the panel here, because I haven't seen Jordan or Alex for a while, or Peter for that matter, or any of you guys really, just these little screen times here and there. But I was thinking the other day, right before like the shutdown happened, I went to the Iliad used bookstore and I ran into a fellow Aspen alum, Jonathan Marks.
Okay.
And we hugged, say hi as we normally would, and we step back, we're like, oh no, maybe we're not supposed to do that anymore. And then I ran into him again, or talked to him, and we realized we were the last people that we had human contact with each other. Like, he's the last person I touched besides like my wife and my kids, like, and had a physical contact with. So like, it's like the last person I hugged was Jonathan Marks. It's just bizarre. Yeah, I think I'm kind of caught between a lot like Alex, which is, you know, in some ways my life hasn't changed all that much because I'm used to kind of being by myself and writing and whatnot. It's definitely weird, but I also think that it's been refreshing in a weird way to see how much people have really embraced and cherished art in all its forms, whether it's comic books or television or movies or books. Like, I feel like, you know, you kind of, we do our work and we try to put the best we can into stuff, and you know, you wonder if it matters or anything. And to see people almost getting through these times by having books and comics and movies and TV to kind of get them through all this, it's been really interesting to see how much it really can kind of impact people, and how much they can really, how much joy and how much comfort they can get out of stuff like this to kind of get them through stuff like this. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think it's been cool to see how everybody's adapted so well in terms of the first week or two. We're like, we'll probably be back in the studio and get that or whatever. But I got to say, I am so much more efficient at doing stuff now. And it definitely has, you know, helped me see that, wow, you know, all this stuff, it's not as tough or whatever, or just the way you depend on people or whatever. So it definitely has been pretty cool, because I appreciate these guys more than ever because of what they're able to achieve. Yet I also know, hey, everybody, you know, and me, myself, for sure, can step up in different ways too that I didn't even think about. So that's been pretty cool. And also just seeing the way we've been able to change and adapt with the art and the stories and all the cool stuff, and innovate into different ways of doing things. Not just us, but seeing all the cool things out there that people have done to get everybody involved and to keep everybody up to date on things. It's been really cool. And, you know, just doing this panel is a whole different thing for Comic-Con, and it's different and it's unique, but hopefully it'll turn out really cool for everybody. So yeah, overall, it's been a wild experience, but one that has taught me a lot. So it's been pretty cool. I will say, in regards to some art and things like that, you know, Hollywood basically was shut down for months. So a lot of people who would be normally asking us questions about the Fathom movie or the Soulfire movie or something like that, there's not too much movement. We've definitely worked on a few things, and David Mizell is still with his team and still going over things and still pushing forward. So we're really excited to hopefully come out of this with a lot of really cool new ideas and a lot of really great updates. So as right now, we don't have anything to fill you in that regard, but hopefully by later this year, we'll have some really cool updates, because me personally, I'm looking forward to it as much as anybody. So hopefully we'll have some cool updates there. Ancillary products, which normally a lot of people ask us about, right? T-shirts and toys and action
figures. How's the Amazon link coming along?
Oh, I know. That has been a nightmare, right, Gabe?
Yeah, no, without getting too much into detail with that, basically Amazon itself has multiple ways of like having accounts, and Aspen, we've had an account for such a long time that when the t-shirt situation occurred initially, like, oh, this will be a great opportunity for you guys to build merchandise, they treated us as a new account. So then the old account and the new account weren't communicating, and we don't want to lose anything that we've built from the first thing we built, but we still want to be able to take advantage of the new stuff. And it's just been a lot of like, well, that's not my job over there on that side. And they're like, okay, well, like, who can you point me to, basically? And it's a lot of running around.
So hopefully by the time this video is watched and this panel is viewed, we'll have all of that corrected. And anybody out there looking for some really cool Aspen apparel to get their Fathom, Soulfire, or whatever, shirts and sweatshirts and all kinds of good stuff, you'll be able to go get that. And it'll be available for you in all different shapes and sizes. We're really excited about that. New updates on toys or action figures or statues. I know definitely a lot of that stuff slowed down for a little bit as well, but hopefully we can get all that picked back going up, or did I say that right? We get all that going again by later this year. So we should hopefully have some more updates for you there, because we certainly want to keep going with all of that. The Aspen statue and the Grace full premium format statue that Sideshow did, we love those. So we definitely want to have more. And book-wise, we covered. Am I missing anything, fellas, that normally most people would inquire about? Anybody?
No.
Yeah.
I think you covered everything.
Yeah, I think we kind of covered
This
a
is
lot.
really exciting.
No, I think we covered most of it, everything.
Mark needs to talk for about 20 minutes because he hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
So does Alex.
Mark's
Wow.
background, right?
Yeah.
Mark's background is the Michael Turner Creations image.
Yeah, that was our first Kickstarter, which we're putting together, and I just sent a bunch of things to the printer, and we're
It
sending.
was super easy to put together, right?
What's that?
It was super easy to put together and do, right? Total
Oh,
takeoff.
piece of cake.
So Frank,
we're-
maybe something. What about people who, for some reason, missed getting the book through the Kickstarter? Like, how will they be able to get it?
You still can go on the link right on the Kickstarter page. We also have it on the Aspen store to link through, because we will be leaving it live, because the book itself was not exclusive to Kickstarter. All the different slipcases and the different people and artists that helped contribute, like Jordan and Alex and Sia, who was with us, they all provided some incredible artwork. As you can see behind Alex, he has his right behind him. And so all of those dust jackets and slipcases were exclusives that you can only get through the Kickstarter. The book itself will be out in stores early next year. But you're right, if someone is still looking for the Turner Creations book, it's 720 pages, oversized, 8.5 by 12, comes with tons of really cool stuff. We spent the last 3 months working on it. It was a
I'm allowed
lot.
to say do a round of applause on a virtual Comic-Con, but Vince, Gabe, Mark, and Frank need a round of applause. Me and Alex and Jordan didn't do, Jordan especially didn't do much.
Well, you did all
He was
the,
sitting at home making babies, totally not paying attention to the project.
you colored 90% of the dust jackets.
Yeah, Peter, don't sell yourself short, man. I saw the list that we sent you of what needed to get done, and you got it done amazingly.
Yeah, but compared to your guys' list, that was a lot less.
Well,
You guys are-
everybody, honestly, everybody here worked on it. Everybody did a fantastic job, and really excited to get that out. That will be out in September. So right around the time that our other Kickstarter is launching. And by that point, I'm sure we'll be able to announce for everybody out there and have some great press releases out for a lot of our 2021 projects, which a lot of people here will be involved with. So we're really excited to get a lot more news out for you. This has definitely been, like I said, a unique year, something that has given us time to adjust and tweak our business model. But we're so excited to be able to be more direct to consumer, still utilizing our partnership with Diamond to distribute through the bookstores. So it is the best of all worlds, because you'll be able to find Aspen almost anywhere, and that's the goal. Build our brand, get our books out, and get all our stuff to all of you out there, and to stick around as long as we can. So we're excited. A lot of good stuff on the way. All right, I think I think we're good. Yeah. Did anybody have any closing comments before we have Peter close?
Because Catherine was all excited that she's going to be at the panel for the first. Oh, it's backwards.
No, it's not backwards. It's not backwards.
Yeah, look good.
Forward for you guys.
Right.
That's totally backwards. You're insane.
I'm insane. I don't know what to tell you.
Does it flip it on your screen?
Yes, it flips it on the
It's backwards
recording and
on
on the screen. I know.
Gabe just
He
being
was
so
all excited.
cold.
You know, it's funny, as
it's gonna be backwards.
as like the youngest member in Aspen, like actively daily, I have to solve these tech problems for everybody. To navigate these Zoom meetings and stuff on a daily basis, so I'm used to it.
Who had Gabe goes ageist in their bingo for the panel?
Yeah.
Oh, seriously, man.
Wow.
It's pretty prominent, though. I'm just saying.
I agree with you, Gabe. I'm 40 now. I've given up. I'm so old. I hate it.
Mark's still 39 for a couple more weeks.
Well, Peter, close us out. And remember, anybody who hopefully had fun checking out our panel, if you email us at what would be the best email to give for them to get their free item, Roz? What do you think?
Aspen Comics at aspencomics.com.
Okay, perfect. Super easy. Aspencomics at aspencomics.com. Or we'll find out if people are able to leave comments on the videos and on the panel videos, then that would be the easiest way, because then we can just go in and grab all your emails. So we'll definitely find out, but we will get you something really cool, an exclusive San Diego 2020 virtual Comic-Con backdrop for everybody to utilize right from Aspen Comics. So we appreciate you checking out our video. Thank you very much. Peter?
Actually, one last thing. I think you pulled up the graphic, but you never actually talked about your spotlights, did you? On Thursday?
Oh, no, you're right. I did pull up the graphic.
While you were
we
mentioning
mentioned
it, I started talking to Vince.
No, we did mention it, though,
We
because
mentioned it.
Spotlight, goes over different
There will
parts.
be a San Diego Comic-Con one.
Yeah, we did.
Every Thursday, and are we not doing Tuesdays anymore?
Tuesdays are our updates for the Kickstarter fulfillment. So for everybody who is involved with the Kickstarter or wants to check out information on that, please join us every Tuesday, because we go live on Facebook and have a lot of fun and answer questions. And everybody's been having a really good time doing it. We've been doing it the last couple months. So if you want to join us on Tuesdays and or Thursdays, it's always at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on those days, and come hang out with us. It's a lot of fun.
Alex, you want to close us out?
I'll let you do it.
No, you can do it. You know how. The boys can count for you again. In reverse order.
All right. Well, like Peter said at the beginning, we say aloha, and at the end, we also say aloha. So, I don't know, you three want to do 1, 2, 3 again, or?
Sure. 1,
2,
3.
Aloha!
That was the best.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, that
Thanks
was
for coming to
perfect.
Virtual
Thanks,
Comic-Con.
That was our best virtual aloha ever. But thank you, everybody. We hope you enjoy virtual Comic-Con this year, and we will see you when we see you at the next convention. Stay safe, and everybody take care.
Where's Megan, by the way? I should have asked before.
Thank
but why
you.
isn't she here?
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.